Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So right now, the big talk of the NBA is the idea of the Atlanta Hawks trading for Andre Drummond. It appears that the Pistons are going full-on rebuild, and it sounds like probably before the trade deadline, I would imagine that Drummond, Griffin, and Derrick Rose are all traded away from the team. But yes, the Atlanta Hawks, the young 7-28 Atlanta Hawks, are interested in the services of the walking 2020 man, Andre Drummond. So for today's video, guys, we are going to be doing a Hawks rebuild. So I was going to do like a total Detroit Pistons rebuild. If you guys do want that for my next video, get this one to 1,500 likes, man. I need those extra likes just because I'm going to, you know, y'all know I'm a Piston fan right now. So going full-on rebuild after 10 years of mediocrity doesn't sound like too much fun, but it is what it is. But yeah, if you guys want that video, my entire plan, get this video to 1,500 likes. So yes, man, the Atlanta Hawks. So what exactly would the trade be looking like for Andre Drummond? We'll have to do some research. Let's just say, okay, Piston fans, calm down. It ain't gonna be too much. You ain't gonna be getting no DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish, so nobody like that, because Drummond, not only is he on a losing team, but also by putting him on the trade block, it shows that the Pistons don't really want to sign him to a supermax contract, so you lose a lot of leverage with that. So yeah, fact of the matter is that he would just be gone for this season, and that would be it. So yeah, you can't expect to get too much back in that case, especially if you're the Atlanta Hawks team, who would have to commit to signing him to a large contract. So this is the trade that I've been seeing all over the internet. It would simply be Chandler Parsons, just to make contracts work, and the Brooklyn Nets 2020 first round draft pick. That's about it. Honestly, like, as a Piston fan, that's not that's not bad. It's better than getting nothing at all. And plus, I'm happy that we're not paying a supermax contract to a guy that would have us stuck in mediocrity for another 5 years. So to me, it's a fine trade. I know there's gonna be a lot of people saying, "Oh, Crispy, we're gonna get DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish." It doesn't, unfortunately work like that, man. But yes, let's go to the player stats and just kind of see what this team's looking like, what more we can do for this rebuild. For one, I love this as like a big three right here. To me, this is looking fantastic. Trae Young, John Collins, Andre Drummond. That's a very solid team. Like, these two guys are pretty young, so you got them for the next decade. And then Drummond, I would imagine, will be a pretty good NBA center at least for the next 6 or 7 years. Not saying he would finish his career with the team right there, but like, as these guys are hitting their prime, Andre Drummond will be kind of coming out of his. But in the meantime, it's like, he'll be a nice center. 18 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists per game, 2 steals and 2 blocks. People actually really underrate Andre Drummond's defense, so that should be pretty nice for them. But yeah, I'm really intrigued by this right here. It definitely gets Trae Young a little bit of help. I don't think they're a playoff team, which makes people think like, well, why don't the Hawks just wait till the offseason to go for Andre Drummond? There's a lot to be said about getting a guy in the door. Like, if you can get a guy in the door, sometimes that's enough to convince the guy to stay, which is the reason why you would go for a guy ahead of time. Now, in some cases, you trade for a guy and they win Finals MVP, and they win you a championship, and then they go to the LA Clippers. Things like that do happen, don't get me wrong. I just don't expect Drummond to be winning this team, a Finals MVP or NBA championship anytime soon. But you never really know, man. Maybe it's just like the perfect fit. So yeah, right now the starting five is looking like this, and it's not bad. It's definitely something to build off. You've got Trae Young, DeAndre Bembry. I don't really know how he's doing this season. I think he's doing having a career year though. Not really a career year. Okay, I mean, career bitch ass year, bro. Well, he's actually trash. Oh man, I thought he was a bit better than that. 24% from 3? Yeah, we're going, let's go all in with, well, I guess Kevin Huerter. I would rather start Kevin Huerter. And then Cam Reddish probably ends up in the G League for me this season, just for the rest of the season, I should say, so he's ready to go. He'll probably be the starter next year, I would imagine, because that's going to be like the big thing. It's like, okay, Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, which one do you want to start the 2 spot? I feel like both these guys can be pretty serviceable for the squad. But yeah, obviously we don't have too much more to do this season. I want to see how Drummond kind of rocks with this team, and hopefully we can re-sign him back, because I guess there's no guarantees with that. It's going to take a lot of money though, man, because it's a very weak free agent class, so there's going to be quite a bit of a bidding war, I imagine, for guys like Andre Drummond. But let's go ahead and put Cam Reddish into the G League, and hopefully he becomes, pretty solid there, man, and can just be a big piece of this puzzle. I do want to give these minutes here to Vince Carter, because we'd all rather watch VC play at the age of 67 over Evan Turner at any point in his basketball career. But yeah, so this is it for this season, guys. I don't really have too much to do. I don't want to spend too much time on it, just because it's all about the future, not the present. So let's go ahead, simulate the rest of this NBA season, and see just how, well, hopefully bad the Andre Drummond, Trae Young, Atlanta Hawks can do, because I want a good draft pick. Okay, so all things considered, this team actually finished the season really nicely, guys. 32 wins, and March was their month. They had like a 10-game winning streak. So this is the type of stuff that could happen, you know, if you do get Trae Young some help and they start winning some games. Where, yes, like obviously they're not going to be good this season, but as long as they show that promise, because this team doesn't really need like more young pieces. They need guys that can win basketball games. And also keeping Trae Young is extremely important because you don't want him to feel like this team's not really invested in him and he ends up walking away sometime in free agency, you know, whenever that may be. But yes, we got Giannis MVP, pretty much always the same stats right here. 65 and 17 for the Clippers. That is crazy. All-NBA first, All-NBA second. Trae Young making that. And All-NBA third. So no Andre Drummond. He did make All-Defenses second team. Like I said, very underrated defender, at least this season. And yeah, the Hawks did not make the playoffs, but that's okay. 33 wins after starting 7, whatever it was, is pretty impressive if you ask me. So let's go to the player stats real quick here. Trae Young finished with 30 points, 8 assists on the season, so his numbers actually went up with Drummond. And then Drummond, it looks like his numbers might have went down a little bit. That could just be not being like as big like a focus point in the offense as compared to, you know, maybe the way he was utilized on the Pistons. But let's actually go down to the split stats here. Going down to January, that's roughly when he was traded. So it looks like it took him a little bit of an adjustment period right there to really get things going. February was a nice season. March, that's when we went on the 10-game win streak. 17 points, 13 rebounds. And yeah, so around like a 15 to 17, you know, and 12 rebound type of guy, which is kind of what you can probably expect from him, right, man? Because, like I said, you don't want to be in your number one option. We know what that does. It leads to mediocrity. Jabari Parker was nice. It would be great if we could bring him back to the team. I don't know if that will be possible. John Collins actually left a lot to be desired. 12 points, 9 rebounds. I think he definitely has to be a bigger offensive piece to this team, and maybe he will get there eventually. Yo, I hear a bitch-ass, like, I don't know, chopping down tree out there or something, man. Sorry if you guys hear that. My apologies. But let's simulate these playoffs real quick here. So, yeah, we do have a draft pick. Ideally, depending on where we draft at, it would be nice to get like a nice, probably a good backup point guard. I feel like that's kind of what I'm looking for, is a backup point guard, at least somebody that can start their career like that. Now, eventually, maybe they want to go elsewhere, but you know, like the Spencer Dinwiddie of this team, somebody that can come in for Trae Young and just absolutely take over. That would be very nice. Because all the other positions, you know, I guess maybe like a backup small forward would be good. We got Kevin Huerter probably off the bench if Cam Reddish decides to start. I'm still kind of deciding on that though. Let's go to staff signing. So we got Lloyd Pierce. I think I'm just ready to get a better coach. Sorry, Lloyd. You might be a cool guy in real life, but you're just not the coach for this team. So let's, I guess maybe we'll go. I always kind of like Darvin Ham. I always thought he'd be a pretty decent coach. Let's go with Oliver Gordon. Pace and space. One of my favorite systems to run in this game. And we got him signed up. There we go. Let's go to the NBA draft. I think we have our draft pick, right? I don't remember exactly. I know we don't have the Nets because that one got traded away. But yeah, we should have a first round pick. And we do. We have the 9th pick in the draft. So we should be able to get a nice, at least bench piece, man. So let's go to overall ratings. And you got Jaden, Obi Toppin, Nafali Dante. So Obi seems like a bit of a steal. He really could be like that big time scorer off our bench starting off. It's not really, I guess we want to go back up point guard. We got RJ Hampton, also a guy that can probably come, I think he's 6'4", so he probably could play a little backup shooting guard if needed. So it's really between Obi and RJ. Jaden also nice. Don't get me wrong, man. Jaden 6'10" scorer. Also 5th ranked. Probably play some power forward also. It looks like he's got a good perimeter. Oh, man, I'm kind of leaning towards Jaden McDaniel if I'm being honest, man. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go with Jaden to be a backup small forward. Can also play power forward. Probably can even play some small ball. I mean, he's 6'10", so it wouldn't be small ball center, but still. Kind of giving me like Danilo Gallinari vibes. I'm going to go with Jaden. Let's do that, and then I'll get like a veteran backup point guard. That might just be a better move for us anyway. Rookie signing. So Jaden's 78 overall player. He's instantly going to be able to replace what Jabari Parker did for this team at least, so we can let Jabari Parker walk away now, because he's probably going to want some better money. And yeah, I'm going to try to sign Andre Drummond back. It's probably going to take a max contract to keep him at least in 2K, which kind of sucks, but that's probably what he's going for in real life anyway. Because there's, like I said, it's going to be a bidding war for him because it's a very weak free agent class. But yeah, if I don't, for whatever reason, get Drummond, I'm just going to force over onto the team because it is an Andre Drummond rebuild. But yeah, let's give the guy his money real quick here. Hopefully he signs for it. And there we go. So Andre Drummond agrees to the 5-year deal. Let's go ahead and make sure we get him. There we go. Andre Drummond is back on the team. So as far as like more available players, we actually got some decent money to work with right here, guys. I was talking about maybe like a good backup point guard now. Jeff T would actually be kind of intriguing, being on this team once before. He would just be nice. Goran Dragic, got Reggie Jackson, who of course has chemistry with Andre Drummond. As like a backup point guard, Reggie Jackson's actually not really a bad idea, guys. Last year, 16 points, 3 assists per game. I actually like the idea of that because he's a scoring-oriented guy. So coming off the bench doing his thing, it'll be like a 2-year offer. I'll give him that. We got money to spend, so we might as well go out there and try to invest in some decent enough players. And there we go. Reggie Jackson, 2-year deal. Maybe like another center. Tristan Thompson backing up Drummond sounds pretty cool. Unless we want to go with more of a scoring guy. Also a bit cheaper with Enes Kanter, but Thompson actually has a better system match. So let's get Tristan Thompson signed up to the... Ooh, that's too much damn money. I can't afford him for that, guys. $16 million. Yeah, I think I'd rather take Enes Kanter on the 3-year, $32 million contract. And just because him off the bench will be great. And there we go. Anybody else I really want to go for here? I'm kind of intrigued by Mirotic, bringing him back from overseas. Of course, you got Carmelo Anthony, Taj Gibson, who's 35, only $6 million. Let's get Taj Gibson, just in case we need like a veteran, to get some limited minutes. But I think for the most part, guys, we should be good to go. I don't really want to sign anybody else because while we do have money to, it's not really absolutely necessary. So let me make sure I actually got back all my dudes that I want. Yeah, Damian Jones, DeAndre Bembry, who is restricted. I mean, let's get him back. Probably not part of the rotation, but you never really know. Okay, I think I'm good to go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do my training camps and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so here is the team going into the beginning of the regular season. I decided to stick with the Trae Young, Kevin Huerter backcourt. Just Huerter is playing better basketball than Cam Reddish at this point, and I think Cam Reddish, after spending some time in the G League last season, will do nice off the bench, hopefully for us. DeAndre Hunter at the small forward spot, John Collins, Andre Drummond, so that's looking great. Bench unit is much improved compared to last season, in my opinion. We got some nice veterans, guys. We got Enes Kanter, we got Reggie Jackson, Jaden McDaniels, who should be a very promising rookie. Actually want to give a few more minutes to him. And then we got Cam Reddish at about 15 minutes per game. And then, of course, we got all these guys down here, too, just kind of chilling. So, system proficiency, we got a 3-star pace and space system. That looks good with our new coach, Oliver Gordon. Yeah, not really any big-time changes, guys. I'm going to try to do a few seasons for this rebuild since it might take that much time to actually win a championship. So, yeah, let's not really waste any more time. Let's go ahead simulate this season and see how this... Well, it's not really a new look because the starting 5 is pretty much the same. But bench-wise, I think this team honestly could win probably about 48 games. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so we are at the end of the regular season. I predicted 48 wins. 2K has at 57 wins. Now, the Hawks in this game are one of those games that actually end up really good a lot sooner rather than later. So I don't know if Drummond's a part of that, but I'm sure he's some part of it. We got one more game against, of course, the Detroit Pistons, who are 25-56. That's similar with Simcast on this one, guys. And just kind of get an idea going into the playoffs how both teams are doing. Well, playoffs for us, probably not playoffs for the Pistons. But the Hawks look like they're going to win, yes, 126-113. Trae Young, 44.7 assists. Yeah, he's ready to go, man. And Drummond with 28-16 with 2 steals, 3 blocks. Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter all doing their thing out there. We got CJ McCollum on Detroit. I'm all for that. Definitely all for that. All right, so end of the season. 58 wins. Giannis as MVP. Anthony Edwards, Rookie of the Year. LaMelo as 6-man. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year. So we actually tied the Coach of the Year for the best record. So that's definitely a good sign going into things right here. Okay, so we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if Drummond's good for that, but, maybe Trae Young just is the next Steph Curry, and that's what he's going to do next year, right? So player stats. Honestly, numbers are good all around, but Trae Young, 23 points, 9 assists, took a little bit, well, actually, kind of a big step back last year, compared to last year, I should say. Let me see his field goal attempts. I guess his minutes are down a little bit, which that could just be having, guys like Reggie Jackson and other pieces on the team. Took quite a few less shots, made about as many 3-pointers, shot a lot less of them too, so it looks like he was being more efficient and maybe working on getting everybody else involved out there. Drummond at 19 points, 14 rebounds, definitely not bad. His career high in scoring And not in rebounding, but still really solid. Even tried shooting some threes. Let's just keep that, to yourself, Drummond. Field goal percentage was fantastic, 59%. And then John Collins, definitely a lot better year than last year, going back, to his sophomore season, actually. 18 points, 9 rebounds per game, so that's good. DeAndre, Kevin Huerter, and his Cantor. Bench unit was great, man. Very happy with him. And then Cam Reddish, he ain't really evolved all that much yet. He's only 21. He's still got some time to kind of figure things out. But first round, we do have the Miami Heat simulate round here, see how things go. I'm a little tempted to maybe up Trae Young's minutes for the playoffs, but 58 wins. If it ain't broke, don't fix it is kind of my philosophy. But yes, so we got Trae at 24 points. He only shot 12 times, guys. I mean, everybody is just really good balanced scoring out there for everybody. So I definitely don't want to complain too much about that, but at the same time, I kind of want my superstar point guard taking more shots. So let's actually go to coach game plan. First scoring option, let's go with, I don't know, I want to play it through more Trae Young more. I just feel like that will help things out. And we're going to go ahead and play through star and shoot at will. Maybe that'll open a bit. Now we're probably going to lose. Man. Coach Crispy could perhaps just made a detrimental mistake to his team. Come on, guys. Do not expose my coaching. Okay, we got him 4-2. And luckily, Brooklyn is upsetting some teams, so we got to deal with them in the Eastern Conference Finals. 30 points for Ben Simmons. We got Trae Young, 26 points, 9 assists. John Collins, 21 and 9. And Enes Kanter Drummond. That is a nice little 1-2 punch. Little two-headed monster right there. All right, Brooklyn Nets. See what their team's looking like. I imagine they still got Kyrie and KD, which is very surprising that they are only the 7th seed. It's definitely not a team I don't want to see in the Eastern Conference Finals at all. But we had our way with them, guys. 4-0. Okay. So John Collins, 27 points, 13 rebounds, 24 for Trae Young. That's what I'm talking about. Drummond with 13 and 12. Here we go. We got the Clippers. No guarantees here. They got Dennis Schroeder now, which is actually a really nice fit. They should go for a guy like that. Simulate around, man. See how things go. And, well, we lost 4-1. That is okay. The fact that we got to the NBA Finals this season is enough for me. I mean, Trae Young did kind of choke that game. Let's see how we did in some of the other games. Game 1, 11 for 22. I mean, that's like 50%, so that's not bad. Game 2 was fine. Game 3, I think simply we just kind of lost. Like, that's just it in the end of the day. We just lost. Drummond was a beast, so was Trae Young in Game 4. But no, man. Damn, 165 to 164. Okay, what I want to do now is, because, quite frankly, I don't really have a lot of actual changes to make to this team. I think it's just more about them continuing to develop, take that next step. I mean, 58 wins this season, losing in the NBA Finals. It's like next year we can definitely make a run for the NBA Championship and actually winning it. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to simulate to the end of next season. I don't plan on making any big time changes. If I do, I will let you guys know that. But yeah, it just kind of is what it is at the moment. Okay, so I decided to show you guys the starting 5 at least, just because I did actually make one change in the offseason. Well, Cam Reddish is now starting, so I guess that's a change too. But yeah, he's going to be starting this season. We're going all in on the kid, see what he can do for us. But also, I did sign JJ Redick. I believe it was to like a 1-year contract. He's 37, so definitely out of his prime. We got him at a pretty good price right there. So going to be getting about 14 minutes off the bench, just try to give us a little more of a scoring boost. Kevin Huerter is going to a backup small forward now, and Jaden is going to the power forward spot. So that's about it, guys. But yeah, let's simulate this season and see if we can repeat last year's success. Okay, so I think roughly the same record as last year. I think, what was it, 58 wins or something like that? One more game against the Brooklyn Nets, and finished with an L on the season, so that's always promising. Giannis is MVP. Bol, Rookie of the Year, finally getting some minutes out there, man, after 17 years. LaMelo was still a 6-man. Is he on the Warriors? Yes. Okay, that is kind of interesting. We actually got Cam Reddish as most improved player, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. I can see why Hawk fans would not want to just give away Cam Reddish. Like, why give up on the guy right there? He's got really good potential and everything. We got the All-NBA teams. All right, yeah, I'm not seeing any Hawks. No Hawks. We got 56 wins. I guess that's just not good enough, man. And we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Has there ever been a team that's been first place that's not had a guy on the All-NBA team at all? Probably not, 2K. Probably should get that one fixed. Player stats, so we got... The man got 25 points, 11 assists per game. Damn, bro. And we got John Collins at 18 and 9. Drummond 15 and 13. Good defense still. There's the rest of the team. JJ Redick for 6 points. I really got him just for like situational opportunities where we need like 3-point shots. He got 42% from 3 on that. Reggie Jackson actually did okay himself. Well, actually, not really. I played bad, but not bad. Just didn't really do anything, which kind of sums up his entire career. But first round, we got the New York Knicks. Simulate round. See how this goes. Is boom or bust, man. Want a championship. We got to it last year. This year, we actually got to win it. And, yeah, let's not lose to the Knicks in the first round. Come on, guys. Okay, yeah, game 7. That's not a great start, man. Not feeling too good about this one. This team actually went out there. Is that Cole Anthony is my guess? Yep. Went out, got Mike Conley, DeMar DeRozan. Interesting veterans, I suppose. Next up, Indiana Pacers. Oladipo back and healthy. Better than ever before. Maybe. I guess I can't really guarantee that. They beat Philadelphia, so he has to have been playing pretty good. We got Trae like 27 and 6, 23 for DeAndre. Next up, Boston Celtics. Another team that's interested in Andre Drummond. Wouldn't be surprised if he got traded there. I'll take Gordon Hayward, I guess. And a draft pick, maybe. That'd be great. If you guys want to give us Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, too, I mean, I'll be all for that. But no, we are in the we're in the NBA Finals against the 8th seed Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant putting on an absolute show. So this could get a little dangerous. Simulate round. And come on, guys. Come on! Don't lose to the 8th seed, please. We win in 7 games. We almost blew it to the 8th seed. We got tricky Trae Young, 26 points, 11 assists. Got him his help. Got him a championship. What more could you want, man? I know I couldn't want any more. Regardless, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Does Andre Drummond solve any team's issues completely? No. But what you do get is a guy that can score around the basket and get to some rebounds and play some decent enough defense. Is that worth a Supermax contract? I wouldn't do it. Maybe your team would. In this case, it worked out in the end. It's just all about making the smart choices, you know, after the fact, right? But yes, hope you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.